All right, so let's keep going. Let's add tabs to represent lessons. All right. So let's notice that we've been doing everything in the same file, right? And so this has been getting fairly out of hand. It's becoming way too big, right? So one of the requirements in your assignment is that you need to break this up into multiple files. All right. We did it as an example for the Hello World. Right? We haven't done it for the modules. We haven't done it for the courses. But I will do it for the lesson tabs. Right? So instead of declaring the lessons tabs here, I'm going to create a separate file. I'll call it lesson tabs.js. Right? And in here, we're going to import the React library from React. We don't need to import the React DOM anymore, right? That only needs to be done at the top level, right? When we render the application to the root ID div. Here we don't need the DOM, but we do need to declare the actual components. So this is called lesson tabs, which extends react.component, and we're going to return the return. And for now, we'll just do an H1, and this will say, or maybe H3. That says lesson tabs. Okay, and we're going to export this. Export to the default package. We'll export the lesson tabs. There we go. So just to try it out before we go any further and do lots of work here, we can go back to our index and make sure that we can import this in here. Right? So we're going to import it, or not necessarily in here, right? Wherever you need it to render. In this particular case, we're going to load the lesson tabs from lesson tabs. There we go. So now in our whiteboard over here, let's render the lesson tabs right there. Okay, let's see if this rendered correctly. And there it is. There's our lesson tabs. All right. So we know it's being imported correctly, right? And that we can use it as a component as part of to define our whiteboard. So since we have that, instead of having that ugly H header, let's use Bootstrap's tabs. If we look for the tabs in here, let's see. I think they're under nav. Navigation. Yeah, this looks like tabs. These are links. There are tabs somewhere here. Tabs. Where are you? There we go. Here are tabs. All right. So this is an example of tabs. Again, you're welcome to use snippets as is verbatim from Bootstrap. Okay. So let's copy a couple of these. Let's copy that. Let's go back to our nav tabs or lesson tabs, and let's paste them under here. It's going to complain saying that the return can only return a single element. Right. So let's do that. Let's wrap this entire thing in a div. Actually, let's do undo. Okay, let's first add the divs, and then let's paste. Okay, that's a little better. We do need to replace all our classes with class name. Fine. Replace class with class name. Replace all. All right, we have that. If we go back into our rendering, we see that it doesn't work. What's it missing? Looks like I have an extra unexpected token, lesson tabs. Oh, I went a little bit too far. This is just class. Yes, thank you. I knew that. I meant to do that. All right, so there it is. So there's our tabs, right, where you might have multiple lessons, right, rendered several tabs. So you might have something like this, right? Course manager, and you might have several tabs and several module lists looking for that. And finally, let's take a look at rendering pills. So pills can be used as topics. Again, topics is optional for undergrads, but is mandatory for the graduate folks. Let's look at pills. Pills let's see if I can find pills. Oh, here's pills. So pills are just like tabs, but they're rendered slightly different, right? They're just like if there were a button, right? That you can click, and as you select them, as you make them active, right? They change colors. So let's do that. Let's create another component, and we'll call it the topic pills. .js, and again we'll import the React from React, and then create a brand new class of topic pills that extends React component that renders the return of the following topic pills. So we're just going to copy what these pills look like, and we're just going to return that. And we're going to export this. We're going to do export default topic pills. There we go. And let's replace this. Find replace class with class name, except this one here. And then from within our index page, we can import our topic pills from topic pills, and then render it as part of my whiteboard here. And this will be topic pills. Let's save that. Let's see how that renders. There's our pills, right? We have the active pill and then the various links. So we'll use that for rendering various topics, right? So basically, obviously, we need to put this in the right place, lay it out correctly, right? As you select a course, it lists the modules, right? When you select a module, it shows you the different lessons. When you select a particular lesson, it shows you the different topics, okay? Let's see if I CS5610. Let's see if I have an example here. This is the old CS5610 webdev website. Haven't used it for a while. The server's booting up. Come on, wake up. There we go. So this is what the layout used to be, where you have you select the course, you have the modules on the left-hand side. You'd have different lessons as tabs, and you can select different tabs, right? And down below you have multiple topics that you can navigate through, right? And I've always wanted a mechanism that will allow me to edit this on the fly, all right? And that's what we're building. We're building something that would allow me to create a pseudo Blackboard replacement, right? A mini Blackboard replacement that will allow me to edit this on the fly. All right, excellent. Everybody okay? All right, so let's see what else do we have here. We have pills. All right, so we'll come back tomorrow, next Monday, and we'll continue building this into something more interesting.